track, Moto #1, Super Mini, Jayden Clough, checked out. I don't know how you do it, man. How was the track? I mean, it was pretty muddy to start off for practice. You skipped the first practice. How was it for your moto?
It was pretty good. They went out and killed it right before, so I got a nice, smooth track. So I just, got off to the whole shot, and then there was a few spots that were really muddy, and those were pretty tricky, but I just kept it on 2 wheels and pushed it a little bit and won.
Sounds good. So you got a little bit of seat time this weekend. You got another big weekend coming up. Talk to us about it. What do you got going on next weekend?
Well, last weekend I made it to Loretta's, and this weekend, well, my brother didn't make it last weekend, so this weekend we're going to Mount Carroll for the youth regional, and I'm going to race super there just for something to do, so I don't have to watch people ride.
Right. It's got to be pretty boring just sitting there and watch everything happen. So, any predictions? Do you like how do you think James is going to like that track? Have you guys been there before?
We have, and he seemed to love it. It was really fun. It's a really fun track.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck for the rest of the day. Just kick back, have fun. You know, try not to check out too much. I'm actually looking forward to watching you and the Long brothers race too. So that's always a good battle. But have fun, man. Olson and the Long brothers, part of the PDR Performance crew, just had an awesome weekend here at Spring Creek. Granted, not a big weekend, but still a pretty important one. Let's start off with Clay, since he's the leader of this little pack here. Talk about your day. I mean, looked like you had some struggles with the hole shot. I mean, just kind of
hole shots. I did good. We changed the bike up a bunch this weekend just to try something new. I actually went with Joe's setting for this weekend, and it was awesome. So the bike was working really good this weekend. Pulled 2 hole shots, got a little hole shot money, and I think I went 2 second opening, and then 8th, tipped over in the second moto, and then 25 I went 2 3s. So I'm happy with it. I rode pretty good this weekend, so it's feeling good.
So talk about that second moto. It was you and Nick Jackson, like right next to each other. You saw the replay video. So
yeah.
What was going through your mind during that start?
Well, I had it. It was going through my mind because I had nobody next to me, and as I'm coming into the first corner, I hear something and I see a green fender, and I knew it was Nick. So I held it on a little longer, and then he didn't shut off, so we both ended up kind of driving her in a little deep, and he ended up getting me, and then I railed the outside at Bob's and got him back, and then he blew by me in the whoops. So
you probably
good little dices.
You probably saw in the video I was kind of recoiling a little bit. I thought you guys were coming right at me because nobody was letting him back.
Touched shrouds. It was pretty close. It was fun.
That was good though. Neither of you took each other out. So since these guys are so important to you and a big part of your team, how about you introduce the Long brothers here, and then we'll start off with Avery after you're done.
It's a Long boy crew. We got Avery Long, Braden, and Brennan.
It's pretty complicated names to remember, so we'll start with Avery since he's almost as tall as you. I can't believe how tall he's got. So talk to us about your day today. You had some pretty good battles. You had, unfortunately, you weren't getting the starts you were getting the last round. You were battling Jesse Jacobson pretty hard. How is it that you found that line to get around him?
I don't know. I just remember what Clay told me last year about the mutter last year about just find them outside lines and get out on them and go. So I found that one and just he made a mistake and I just went right by him.
Yeah, I talked to him just a little bit, and he said that he ran into a problem with gearing. He hit neutral by accident. So, but you know, that's still part of racing. You got to know what gear you're in and your placement on stuff. And he was bummed about that. But how do you feel overall? You guys are jumping into a pretty big event next weekend down at Mount Carroll, but you're already basically covered for tickets. So you're just going down. You going down to watch? Or you're gonna get some motos in too?
I might get some motos in just for like practice with the bigger gates and stuff. So
This one's getting tickets next weekend.
So let's go ahead and talk to this one right here. So similar battle, same drop. You were battling with another rider yourself. Trying to think, Luke Geis, 448. You were basically going for the exact same pass your brother made the previous lap, going around the outside with like incredible speed. The video's gonna be on this, but I think he was taking the outside line faster than you were. But the problem was there was another lapped rider in your way. You had to check up. You couldn't go on with the speed you had. You would have had enough momentum to easily get around him. I saw you shaking your head at the end of the race, but I mean, overall, I think that moto was good. Can you talk to us about it? Like,
yeah, that moto came through the sand section and I hit that little hip, and then I got in this really soft stuff and went over the bars and had a little struggle to get up because I was on the mound, and then I caught back up and I was cutting into the inside, and then a lapper got in my way, and then I had to back out, and then yeah.
It was a pretty good battle. I mean, it was fun to watch because you guys were both having to work. I mean, it wasn't it not to say, but it gets boring watching when people have an easy day of racing, when it's just you and the Clough brothers up front and nobody's really battling it. Yeah, there's back and forth. That's definitely fun to watch, but it was neat to kind of have to see you fight through the pack. And we got the GoPros from HardlineMX on you guys too. But so you got any advice for your little brother here? He had a pretty good day on the track too. But are you comfortable talking about your race, or?
Tell them what place you got. What'd you finish?
In 7 to 11, I took 10th, and 7 to 9, I took 4th. Did you go down?
Solid.
First medal.
Did you go down at all?
So what did happen with that? I was watching the race from the side of the track. I looked down, was talking to Jesse Jacobson, of course. You know, he's always distracting me and stuff. But I look up, and then all of a sudden I see your number plate facing us on the other side of the track. But you got up and ran again right away. So what ended up happening?
I swapped on the landing.
But you saved it. You did better than Chad Reed. You didn't launch off the side of it. You stayed on your bike pretty much. So
you had a rough morning too, didn't you? Got stuck in the mud. You came back pretty good.
So next year you're going to be battling these guys on the bigger bikes and just taking them down too, or? Yeah, I see it in you. I mean, you definitely have that speed. So, well, thanks a lot for talking to us. Any words for your friendly rivals out there, the Clough brothers? Who's gonna get the top spot next weekend at Mount Carroll? And don't be shy. You guys can say you guys or them. I mean, you could say that, but
I don't know. We're both pretty even.
Try to chase them down next weekend.
Yeah.
Or make them chase you down. If you get that hole shot, once you get those hole shots, you're hard to catch. So, all right, guys. Anything else? Clay, do you want to thank anybody?
Thanks to Race Tech for helping us out with everything we do, and thanks for all the people that keep us at the track and doing what we're doing. And my wife. Thank you, Trisha.
And definitely Mookie too.
A ton. And the dog.
All right, I thought he was doing a full-on dab over there, but he's just got his arm on his shoulder.
Dab before they go.
All right, guys, see ya, and good luck next weekend.
Yeah.